Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Too legit sitting on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's your boy me, Too Legit City, and we're here live. I'm sorry for being late though, guys. That's from this time right now. I think I'm 2 hours late. Feels bad, man. Very sorry about that, you guys. And of course, how's everyone in chat? I see you guys over there. We have suppa sups, Miscusi, wee. I see you over there, suppa sups. Hope you're having a good one. It's probably getting late over there as well. But I hope you're doing well. We got Geod, we got Cthulhu coming in, Zubusan. Hope you guys are doing well. We have dude Minxie coming in with the 29 months. Hello, indeed. Hope you are doing well. How are you over there, Minxie? Deuce Steezy, what's up? I'm early, let's go. Hope you're doing good, Deuce Steezy. Happy Mondays. Hey, Jennifer Bees, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Hello. Also, Ghost Rider, what's good? I see you over there. How are you? Pooping for 2 hours, Cthulhu. We don't talk about that, man. It happens. Where's my cat? Where's Mamba? There he is. Let me adjust the camera really quick, guys. We get the camera on the baby's sleeping right now. He's napping away. It rained all night last night. So we have a cold day today. No sun. Cloudy skies. Feels bad, y'all, but it is what it is. I'm good, just sleepy. Oh, I see you, Minxie. Got you. Yo, man, that's good. I know a lot of the times you struggle to get to sleep. So that might be one glass less of scotch tonight. Who knows? But I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Who is this guy? What's going on, Taradra? Hope you're doing well, man. Aren't you playing Kerbal? This guy. Leo Far, I see you as well. I'm sorry, did I not say hello? Very sorry about that. Hope you guys are doing well. What's going on, Lucas Moda? How are you? Right now, no. Did you just finish streaming? Did you just finish streaming? I thought I just saw you live right now. You're playing Kerbal, right? Something about no mods? Some. I ended at 6. Right now, it's 3:30. So you stopped 9 hours ago. I think my Twitch website is botched or something. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello. It is time for me to get back into the Baator Mamba. And of course, if you guys don't know, this is a extreme map generation. If you guys are not familiar with the game, this is going to seem like a normal playthrough. But for those of you that are experienced, it is a different beast, so to say. So let's get it loaded in. I'm doing pretty good, Jennifer. It's the start to the new week. January is already about to wrap up, so the new year is going by fast. It'd be like that sometimes. Oh, dude, that's tough, Taradra. Holy heck. Huge rip, yo. I don't know what the implications of that even means, but that sounds tough. Feels bad, Taradra. Next thing you know, it's gonna be January 2024. Dude, I know, right? Oh, man. Time flies, dude. It really does. Is this a... Oh, we don't have polluted water. Let's up the... No, it's already at a 7. Do I just not have pea water? I burned through the pea water for reed fiber already from all the outhouses. I guess we could just pull it from here. As, we could just use that for this instead of feeding that to the spawn. We still have a little bit of mud to go through, so it's not that bad. Oh, you're playing with the mod? Oh, man. The mod could get wild, man. The mod could get wild. The new stuff, though, I wanna see. I wanna interact with the new stuff a lot. Alright, so if you guys don't know, we'll catch up right now. The Baator mod with extreme map generation. There's a lot of traps in this version of the playthrough because it's a modded map. And as of right now, we progressed for sealing up our immediate base from the heat that's creeping in. You could see with the color overlay. It goes from hot to temperate. So we skip the yellow. So this is good for us because it means we have temperature control on the inside. And what we were doing last time was we were sealing up the extremely hot areas with insulated tiles so that we have a little bit more control over the heats. That allows us to cool down the area a little bit easier and have a much easier time dealing with the temperatures. This is also going to mean that the average temperature is going to be lower, which is going to help us out when we're doing things like building ranches for the critters, as the temperate temperature right here in green is what we go for. A lot of the times that's going to house the majority of the critters, as that temperature range overlaps with the majority of them. But of course, there's exceptions, but for what we want to do, that's going to mean that we're going to want to bring down some of the temperatures of these hot zones right here that's in 100 degrees. Now, of course, we are mining this out so that the water spills out, so that this cold water at 30 degrees touches the hot water down here around 90, and we're hoping to cool everything down together. Of course, we'll probably have to use up this water for pumping into our electrolyzer, so that we don't have to worry about using the cold water for that. That being said, that makes me more likely to want to actually do this. And then probably not have this be going into the electrolyzers anymore. Also, we're using the salt water, and it looks like this is a lot, so we'll go through this first. Napolinis, what's good? I see you over there. How are you? Damn, Jack Bull, man. I see you over there. Hopefully you don't get hit by the refs like we did. Oh, man. I feel bad for the Mavs, though, man. There's so much bad news about the Mavs. Yep. For you guys, the refs ain't the problem. Even though Luka is, you know, a lot of people argue, top complainer in the league. I don't know, man. When Mark Cuban says everyone but Luka is up for trade, I don't know if that means the Mavs are good. That's all I gotta say. That's the only thing about that. Hopefully you guys make some changes, because you guys need it. Good luck though, Jack Bull. Good luck to your maps. You can't shuffle the deck with the same cards and expect a different hand. Full year of being too legit with too legit. Hey, I see you over there, Uglarvis. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Enjoy the emote 20 times ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. What's going on, Uglarvis? How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And of course, thank you for the 1 year of support, man. It's kind of crazy that's already been that long. Not gonna lie, man. It is pretty insane. The new legit black and yellow, baby. Only way to do it. Only way to do it. Falling asleep, I got you, Minxie. If you gotta hit the bed, hope you have a good one. Hopefully, you'll fall asleep nice and easy and get a good night of rest. We'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by, Minxie. I don't want to keep you here when you're already about to fall asleep yourself. So hope you have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. This is a rocket one. No, we're just doing a normal playthrough. We're just going to be doing all 3 printing pod objectives so that we could say we conquered the hard map generation. That black and yellow, man. Only way to do it. Only way to do it. Alright, that Snapta is good. Miss Chemical Stairs, I see you over there. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I see you guys over there. Alright, so we're just going to do some minor things. We are getting ready to do the 95-35. Oh, and then we just gotta connect that. And then we'll be able to use the hydrogen as a power source so that we can pump out the gas from the Dreco Ranch. And then we'll start getting Drecos, and we'll be able to do a lot of the stuff we need for that. There's the rails we still gotta do. Feels bad. Let's do a normal setup like that. I'll probably have to demolish these buildings. Feels bad. But I'll probably have to keep the Neurovacillator there. We'll build this out because I need a ladder into this area. So we'll probably do this, 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 and then we'll be able to reach all the rails. So we'll need this just to finish up the Dreco Ranch. The inside's more or less good. We got the kill box. All we got to do is set up some of the other buildings like the shearing station and the gas value. So I'm gonna need the canister emptier in here. And then I need to start releasing hydrogen, which we have 60 kilograms of, pretty legit. And then the last thing is CO2. That we have. All we have to do is start pumping it out. Problem is, we don't have it able to be pumped out, sadly. Get the glass. I could always just pump up the CO2 from here, though. And it is cold, so it's not too bad. The only thing is that we're going to have some juice added in order for that to happen. We could also just pump from here and have it kind of just back up and then just extract the CO2 since it's already here and there's power. So I think what we might do is go like this. Oxygen. This is oxygen. Oh, polluted. Just regular oxygen. Alright, so we pump CO2. This is the strat. This is the strat. And then once it gets here, we cut it. And then it goes backwards and it condenses. And then we change this back to CO2. And then we're just going to start plumbing this. It'll fall to the ground, but I think it's fine. And then we'll be able to release it here. I might not need it because there's already CO2 over there. And we're just hoping to pump out the polluted oxygen. And of course, a natural gas that got there randomly. Alright, so we're just removing the gas. That's going to be released. We have the infinite pressure design so that we could actually release it because it's above 2,000 grams. But we already solved that problem. Okay, so we have a little bit of an issue with the food. We didn't allow them to eat some of that. Okay, so let's have them eat the... I mean, they're not starving. I could just hope that we get enough meal lice so that this goes away. That's overheated. Yep, there's nothing I could do about that. Elthar, what's good? Hope you're doing well. How are you? Hello, hello. How are you, Mr. Elthar? Any tips for gassy moo setups? Sunlight gets impeded by gas pressure. So when you do your gassy moo grazing farm, if you do want to do that, make sure you keep the gas pressure low, but don't have it at 0. Because if you have it in a vacuum, the gas grass doesn't grow, right? Something like that. Outside of that, you have 2 options. You could use a sun lamp. Yeah, you could. You could either use a sun lamp. Wait, where's this water coming from? What the heck? Where does this water come from? There's no water here. And then it's on this floor, and I'm so confused. There's no germs on the water. Dude, where does this water come from? Do you have ice there? That's the only thing that would make sense. Anyways, we have to mop it. I was gonna say, a sun lamp also does work. But I think it's finicky. Like, I think not only do you need a sun lamp, but I think you need additional lamps too. I'm not 100% sure, Napolinis. But yeah, gassy moos are a pain because they don't reproduce. So a lot of the times, not a lot of people like to do it. If that makes sense. Right? Because gassy moos, even if you raise them, they're going to die eventually. They don't give you another one to take over. That's a lot of the times why you don't see a lot of, like, well-designed gassy moo setups. We're doing all right. Nixus, how are you? I see you over there. I woke up late today. Really late. Mamba was sleeping right on top of me. Nice and warm. It was raining outside. But I feel bad. I woke up way too late. But we're here now. So, hoping to get some progress on the Baator colony. A squared, how are you? I see you over there. Only source of gassy moos is the gassy moo comments. Yep, it's a tough time, man. It's not usually worth it to, go in just to grab them. Alright, so now that we're here, this ended up not being used because it's probably fine. We remove that. Do gassy moo comments have infinite gassy moos? Basically, the gassy moo comments never stop. So you get one gassy moo per comet, but since the comets never stop, you just never run out. I believe that's how that works. So it's like an indefinite resource, so to speak, where it just shoots out gassy moos from the sky. One gassy moo comet contains one, but there are infinite comets on a vague cycle on that planet. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, they periodically appear, and that's the only way for you to actually get them. Outside of that, the gassy moos are a pain. Meteors, yes, that's exactly what it is. They should make it so that every time the gassy moo comet hits the ground, it makes the sound from the secret cow level from Diablo, the game. You guys ever played Diablo and found the secret cow level? Fight the Cow King and all that. Every time a gassy moo should come down, it just plays that sound bite, dude. That'd be pretty good. It would be pretty good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We got the slime over here getting bopped by the chlorine in our makeshift chlorine tank. First rule of secret cow level is that there's no secret cow level. See, that's only if you kill the Cow King. If the king dies, the level goes with them. Probably some copyright, I imagine. Yeah, probably. Okay, so as of right now, we got to look at what's the next step. We're going to get Drekos, glossy Drekos. I have not found a building that we're looking for, which is the story trait buildings. I haven't found a single one. So I do want to explore, but a lot of the biomes are kind of dangerous. So we're going to do a little bit of recomposition today while teching up. Probably get up to a meta refinery. Probably do more ranches. And then probably try to set up a proper setup. And hope to try to get plastic today. Not anymore. Oh, that got patched? Oh, it feels bad. So there's just an ethereal being that frequently rains from the sky. Kind of wild. Yeah. So you have to assume there's a planet where the gassy moos, and so here's the thing, the gassy moos, they lift themselves up by farting. So we have to assume that they're farting so much. Oh, the pipelines are backing up, so then we have oxygen here. It feels bad. They're farting so much that they're lifting themselves off of the ground and getting into the stratosphere. In which case, they, fly too far away, and then they're just floating in space. And then once they get too close to the planet, they're getting pulled by the gravitational pull. And then there's probably some lore where they're, migrating towards there because it's seasonal. I don't know. I would imagine that would make sense. Oh yeah, the gassy moos travel in a certain area, because that's where all the other gassy moos travel to, as if it was a migration tactic. Wait, how are you breathing? Whoa, 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 get out of here. That would create CO2. What are you doing, dude? Citrus the Wizard trying to bot me right now. Alright, we gotta delete the oxygen. Hate to say that. They just vibe too. They fall from the sky and immediately start vibing. No shock at all. What if they're permanently in shock so it seems like they're vibing when they're not? Farting to escape velocity? Can you imagine how much force you would have to apply to fart to lift yourself up off of the ground and away from the gravitational pull of the planetoid? That is impressive. You would have to assume that the gassy moo's butt cheeks could crush coal and condense it into diamonds. You know what I'm saying, man? You gotta have some strong glutes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta... That's not normal, dude. That's some Guinness World Record level stuff. I've had curries like that. I see a marina. It'd be like that sometimes. Depends on the mass of the asteroid. I guess that's true, too. If I recall correctly, delta V for Earth is several thousand... delta V for Earth is several thousand meters per second. Yeah, dude. It's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. These these things are getting more and more scary. And a lot of the times, man, things look cute until you look into, oh, they're fighting, boys. We need the wildlife to stop fighting. We really do. We gotta separate them. All right, so the outside area right here is not bad. So I think we need to mine out as much as we can. Right now, I think that's gonna be the goal. We're gonna make space, and then we're going to explore a little bit. So let's get started with that. Mining out that layer makes sense. These pips are not gonna die. Trimming out parts of the map looks good. They could run across the top, kind of. I think we kind of want them to go this way, and then we're gonna try to trim this. But we still need to remove as much of this as we can. We gotta save, yeah, we gotta save the critters, man. They're beating them up. All right, so we're gonna need a area to ranch hatches, ideally. So we bop the oxygen. We can remove that now. So the thing with this is that the right side's a little bit hot. But since we have suits, is not bad. So I do want to add more suits, though. That's the thing. I want to add more suits. Now the problem is that I don't have a good area to allow us to add more suits. So I think what we could do is convert this area into a suit area. And I'm willing to do that. Let's actually bop this. There's no germs over here. Let's start mining this out. Let's convert the right side into a suit area. It should be pretty safe for the most part. Is there anything new to do with the naphtha in this mod? Like some way to repolymerize it into plastic? Sadly, it's a one-way street. Naphtha doesn't have the capability for you to re-solidify it into plastic. If you do make solid naphtha, it becomes solid naphtha, which is basically like solid crude oil. It just becomes naphtha after you melt it. Feels bad. I mean, I guess the best way to describe this is petroleum, because petroleum becomes solid instead of becoming oil again. Yeah. Instead of cooling down petroleum so it becomes crude oil, it only becomes solid petroleum. But yeah, outside of that, the only thing you could do with naphtha is to boil it into sour gas. And then it becomes basically natural gas. And then you use that as a natural gas fuel. I thought they might have made some way to use the free spawning nap. I mean, the mod only changes up the composition of the planetoid. It doesn't really add any features to the game. Any of the elements you see is already in the game. They didn't add that. It was just naturally occurring instead of just being in the background. Alright, still waiting for that. Let's do the setup over here. I'm going to need this ladder because we're going to need to go to the top to build some of the things. This is not high pressure, so we're okay. The hydrogen here is kind of insane. 99 kilograms per tile. I just realized that. There's a lot of hydrogen here. Which is fine. So I think what we're going to have to do is go right underneath this layer so that we can build the layer over here. And I think this makes sense. We have a left side entrance and a right side entrance. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to be here. And then for the most part, we want to be able to go over all that and build out everything. So we're going to want that. We'll leave the deodorizers there. And then the cold temperature coming from the top will seal it up as well. So we don't have to worry about this leaking out. There is also a leak up top too, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'm probably going to also want to tech up on the research as well. Oh, I'm going to need a deodorizer over here. Dude, I went from having a clean base with no polluted oxygen to having it everywhere. This is water. Okay. And it might be because of the thimbleweed right here. Alright, either way, let's get a deodorizer. Let's have one here. Maybe have one here. Have one here. This is on a battery, so it's fine. This one has... We'll probably just pull this across. Cool, cool. Okay, so this is okay. We'll do the trim there, getting the suits here, which means I need this mined out and get this. I think what we'll do is make this into a liquid lock so that it doesn't stick out. So if that's the case, it's going to look like this, which I'm okay with. And then we cancel this part and we'll just mine that out later. And then after that, we'll put a bottle emptier there. We're going to have to sweep this floor. We'll sweep it. We'll do a little bit of sweeping now. I'll probably set up my sweep filter then. So this is fine, fine, fine. No gases. Clothing's fine. Consumable, coal, lime, and salt, refined phosphorus. Cooking ingredients, I guess we'll sweep that. No eggs. Soil is fine. Edibles, nope. I don't think sweeping food matters. Industrial ingredients, yeah, I'll take all of that. No liquids or liquefiables, that's good, that's good. Is that actually good? That's good. Miscellaneous, yeah, it's fine. Organic, algae, mud, and eggshells. All the other stuff off gases, we'll have a separate container for that. Refined minerals, I wonder if we're ever going to be able to build that. Seeds, and then unbreathable gases will leave. I'll let them do their thing. I wish a sweep filter lets you make templates. Yes! Or, not even that, I wish you could have a copy-paste button, just like the storage bins. You know how you get copy settings? I wish I could just have that, so that I could always just copy what's on my dispenser and apply it to my sweep type. Research, I guess we can. I didn't do the research so that I had more labor or duplicate manpower, but I probably should. I think I needed to grab this because I needed some of the generators. Outside of that, I need to tech up for some of the other things. I do want to grab the telescope because I will have to go to space. It's either I grab the decor items, plastic, or... Yeah, I think that's going to be it then. We're going to grab right there. Anything new in the mod? So the mod allows you to use some of the resources in the game that the game normally doesn't let you use. So we have synthetic gas over here. This is, I don't know. Artificial unbreathable gas can be converted into an inefficient fuel. And it says combustible gas. That makes me think that it works in the natural gas gen. But I don't know, because it says can be converted. And when you look this up, it doesn't convert into anything. Minus 252 to become a fuel. And then when I click on the liquid, I don't get a database entry. So I have no idea what this is useful for. We have another gas over here. Helium. This is something we don't normally see because it has no use in the game. Petrogen, not natural gas. So that means I have to freeze it in order to use it for the petrogen. Oh, that sucks, dude. Minus 252, that's not worth it. That's not going to be worth it. I'm probably not going to use it then if I have to freeze it. No, man, because you need supercoolant for that. Or hydrogen. What's the specific heat capacity? Could I bully that with hydrogen gas? Nope, 2.4. This is the same stats as hydrogen. So I don't know. If it is, it's not worth it. I'm hoping that it's not, because otherwise I'm just gonna have to delete it. And then we get other stuff too, like naturally occurring steel tiles, naturally occurring corium tiles. You know what I realized in this game? They replaced all the normally would be obsidian tiles with corium instead. Everything that used to be obsidian is now corium. I just realized that. And there's also a lot of weird elements in this game. Like, do I have any more? Crushed rock. Crushed rock. It's rocks that when you mine it becomes igneous sand or igneous rock. But this has the same properties as sand, meaning it falls down, which is really weird. Same thing happens with the crushed ice. If you find crushed ice, it falls down if there's nothing below it. So although it's a solid tile, it interacts like sand does and regolith, which is pretty interesting. There's also this. I have 240 tons of naphtha here. That's waiting to explode and cause me to lose the game. So I have to be careful. Sorry for all the questions. I'm just really like to increase variance in the biogen. And considering I played through, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's fun. I would recommend it. No worries about the questions though. Have you checked your teleporter? I don't want to use my teleporter. Because I think I clicked on this. There's volcanic activity. And because I don't want to send a dupe there to like get wrecked immediately because I don't know how the teleporter works in the Baator. I mean, it probably works the same, but I don't want to like spawn in and then the teleporter send me back is not actually connected. You know what I'm saying? Since I've never played the Baator version, I want to be able to have a rocket be sent over to here or something. I'm scared like we teleport and the teleport back to this is not even connected and we have to like look for it. That's what I'm worried about. Slayer, how are you? I see you over there. This is the Baator mod. We've been playing with this for a while. This is day 3 though. I wouldn't say a while. At least I don't think it counts as a filtration mean. It's not sand per se, but it just has the same properties of how it falls down, is what I'm saying. Not that it's substitutable, but it has similar properties. Not a filter though. You're right. You're right. What do you say the mod was called? Biogen? No, it's called Baator. B-A-A-T-O-R. Exclamation point BAATOR in chat. We'll give you a link. Yes. Type exclamation point Baator like that, and it'll give you a link to the Steam workshop. Oh, you have to look for it yourself. Feels bad. Not yet, lol. Gotcha. Save scum? I don't want to. If I could, I mean, if something bad happens, I'll consider it, but I don't want to save scum. I don't want to consider that as a strat that we're gonna utilize. If that makes sense. I want to keep it legit. Alright. So we'll do that. We found a hatch. Let's go. He's gonna join the colonies. Can I put a... Oh, this is gonna be a steam vent. That was a test. I see you, Uglarvisk. I see you over there. I'm getting tested by my chat, dude. They don't trust me, man. We gotta test this guy legit. I see you guys over there, man. I see you guys over there. Alright. Speed this up. Alright, so we're gonna build some suits over here. Build these two. We're going to have to go for a bottom emptier. We'll probably want to go for a preliminary sweep. Oh, he's just eating the minerals. He's fine. Oh, he's pooping. What a guy. Let's get some suit docks. Let's get a suit dock checkpoint. Make that out of lead, because we're not scared of no temperature. I say that, man. I'm highly contemplating the iron or the copper for this. But we have a lot of lead, so I want to use it. I think eventually we'll upgrade, but I'm hoping it's, you know, the overheat temperature of 55. We'll manage it. We'll manage it. I'll have to put a vacuum lock here, though, so that the heat doesn't leak in. Lead suits. Let's go. This is 12. Yep. I'll go for a dozen. Start out with that. That's pretty good. That's more than our dupes. And then we got to provide oxygen to that. Oh, we released all of the CO2 in the area. Pretty good. Pumped it all out. We'll have that reconnect. Let's get a vent on these sides so that the hydrogen gets released. This still has polluted oxygen up top. Feels bad. I can't wait to get rid of that, man. We got suits right here. Oh, we got to make more suits, right? That's true. We don't have enough reed fiber to make the suits. I think we'll be fine. Let's disable this so that they can go outside, build out the layer. And then this is cold, but I think we might want to seal it up to here. It's a weird idea, but I think this is actually what we should do. That was a wasted rover, no brakes, to explore the asteroid. Oh, it feels bad. You sent a rover to a planet, and it was just sealed up by digging skill. It happens, man. I think most dupes are putting hot mealwood inside, or hot dirt in the mealwood. Oh, it's hot, boys. You hate to see it. Okay, do we have Weezeworts? We have a lot of Weezeworts. Dude, they're just beating up all the critters, man. All the Pokeshells. We're gonna have to separate them soon. Let's put a airflow tile here and here. And then we're gonna put planter boxes there for the Weezewort. Paku, let's go. They get to swim in the giant fish tank that we got. We're gonna have to move them eventually. We're gonna have to save the critters. That's gonna be one of the things we want to do. How do I want to do this? This is ideally a great spot for some ranches, and I want to trim this down. Okay, so we could do this now. I want to spill more naphtha here, if possible. I saw them drop in and munch on a bunch of algae last time. Hey, we don't talk about that, Marina. What happened was that I was mining out my area, so all of my resources were on the ground. I got Paku, and I was excited. So I was like, yeah, let's get the Paku in. I selected them, not remembering that this was open. And I was like, oh, we have all the algae on the ground. I swept it. Max priority. My dupes did nothing. The Paku ate all the algae, dude. It was such a travesty. We lost a ton in like a handful of seconds. 1 ton of algae. Feels bad. They patched out Sushi, dude. Sushi used to be in the game, Jack Bull, but it got patched out. It's kind of wild that it got patched out, but hey, it is what it is, right? It got patched out. The reasons, I don't even know. We don't have Sushi anymore, though. That's all I know. Traumatic Zero Dragon, what's good? Hope you're doing well. I mean, it is what it is. Got to cook shellfish instead, cook seafood. That's true. I wanted to believe, though, that the sushi recipe was going to be for a different food type, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, sushi is not cooked. So I was imagining that it was going to be like an alternative. Is there room in the colony? No. I believe... Actually, no, I lied. There is. We have Ada and Lindsay. Let me actually check real quick. I know someone is waiting in the queue list. They might be. I think it's Zero Dragon. I might be wrong. Hey, Ace Boy Hero coming in with the 32 months. What a legend. I see you over there. Enjoy the emotes, D20 dice, and free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub bat. No, Zero Dragon's right here. But thank you so much for your support. Ace Boy Hero, man. How are you? Happy Mondays. Hope you had a great January. Uglarvis joining the colony. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to check out who's on the queue list. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I was late for stream today, so I feel really bad. Aelthar wanted to join in. And then we have Dominoes. Alright. So, let me see. Aelthar. Good sir, Aelthar. You're still looking for the Frankie, right? So I think we... don't give Aelthar any of these two because he was waiting for Frankie. After that, we have Dominoes. We'll give Ada to Dominoes because Meemaw was Miss Chemical Stairs. She wanted us to save a Meemaw for her. So Miss Chemical Stairs, we have a Meemaw. Dominoes far. Alright, Dominoes is in. Mark that as complete. Alright, now Uglarvisk. Did you want Lindsay? Or do you want to wait for another dupe instead? It's up to you. Nice. Good stuff. Uglarvisk, man, welcome to the colony. And Uglarvisk is a charming woman, unless you make the mistake of messing with one of her friends. Ah, I see you over there. It's all about the homies first. Only way to do it. Gotta switch Dominoes to delivery now. I see you over there. Sassy. Are you sassy, Uglarvisk? I don't know how you are in real life, man. Got to start the Paku farm now with all the ones you have. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. It's just a little bit difficult to move them because I don't have plastic for the fish traps. Galadera. Geladera? Hello. I'm saying your name wrong, I think. Please help me out with that. I see you over there. How are you? Welcome on in. My name is Too Legit. And welcome to the stream. Always, I see you, Uglarvis. I see you over there. What I do is move the eggs one at a time. So yeah, I would do the same. But I have to wait for them to hatch eggs. Because they come in at age 0. I have to wait for them in order for them to be okay. But yeah, we'll probably eventually do it. Alright, so let's start speeding this up. We're going to seal out the cold area. I don't know if I should do that, but I'm thinking that we should. Because this is going to be warm temporarily, and then it's going to cool down. And then there's no real heat source here. This is just started off a little bit warm. But I think eventually it's going to be fine. It might be from the hydrogen generator. Who knows? Either way, though, CO2 hydrogen's looking good. We're going to break out to the right side, check out the Azure bug, and then I am looking to get some ranching done today. I want to do it here, man. But the other biomes are so hot. Although I do think we'll be okay, though. Like, realistically. Dropping off the naphtha. I should probably pitcher pump the naphtha for them. Give them something to do. And then I want this ladder to go through. And then I want to spill this out to the right side. And I want it to kind of incorporate itself into the water. This water's at 87 degrees. I probably want to come in there and pump up as much of it as I can. So that we could have the hot water feed into the electrolyzers. Hator GG, joining the dupe colony. What's going on, Hator GG? You're gonna have to wait. I'm sorry, good sir. We don't have dupes right now. So if you don't mind, we'll let you know once we get a dupe. But how are you? I don't care who I am or when I am. Just name someone for me. I got you. I got you. How have you been, Hator? How has the days been? How has the January been? Hope all has been well, man. See you over there. Should I use naphtha instead of crude oil? No, I'll just use the crude oil. That's what I'm used to. Just need a drop. Still out of food. They just gotta harvest the meal lice. It'll be fine. Oh, it's because it's too cold. I mean, it wasn't growing. Yeah, that's right. Let's plant this. Get the Weezeworts in. Need to go to sleep as it's 1 a.m. in Sweden. It's good. Work is picking up after Christmas. Need to work tomorrow. Hey, gotcha. I see you over there. If you gotta head to bed, though, I got you. Hator GG, thank you for stopping by. Seems like you're doing good. So, yo, man, hope it continues. And hope that gets even better. Can't be settling for being comfortable, right? Gotta hope for better days regardless of the situation. What are you working on right now? So, we are working on... Nice. We were vacuuming out this room, which is going to be our Draco Ranch. We're going to move some Dracos in and start growing some mealwood. Before we do that, though, we're going to have to release some CO2 and some hydrogen. And then once we do that, we'll be able to start ranching Dracos and getting plastic. After that, we're going to make a suit checkpoint right here. So get expand to the right side. You can see that we already explored the left side up into the neutronium. So we want to do that on the right side now. We want to see up to the neutronium that I don't even know if it's here or not. I just want to see the right side edge. And then we need space to ranch the critters. The critters are not getting along. You can see they're fighting with each other. So I'm trying to make sure we could separate them so they could be happy. So right now, that's the goal. Our mealwood's taking a little bit of a heat damage from being a little bit overheat, so we're just moving in some Weezeworts. Outside of that, that's what we're doing immediately. Doing some meta refinery from the cool slush water right there. This -9 is doing all right. I might want to seal this up so that the cold energy is contained, but it also keeps the area cold, so I'm actually not worried about it too much. And then I'm trying to mine out the polluted water here. That's at 44. And I want to spill that into this water tank. There's also the naphtha right here that's at 32 degrees. There's 120 tons or 120,000 kilograms. So I might want to release that, but we'll see. Can you explain the automation for this ranch? This is not a ranch. If you put critters here, this is a jail because critters can't leave. I would recommend not putting Poke Shells in there. As you can see, they're beating out everyone. Oh, the Draco Ranch. Yeah, of course. The Draco Ranch. Let me move a Draco inside. Alright, is it okay if I explain it once I get the gases inside and the Dracos inside? Because it's more easily seen once that happens. So I'll let you know, Loose Gus. But I need to move in the gases first. Because then it's if I explain it, you might not understand because it's not apparent. Alright, so where are my Dracos? I gotta change that from here. So that they don't get pulled into here accidentally. We gotta capture them. They're just chilling here. The Pip could chill there too. There's these Dracos. We'll just move the 3 from the inside of the base, and then we'll move this guy later. No problem. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so we also gonna need power wires. We're just gonna make this out of lead. And then I will have a shearing station here. After that, we know there's going to be an auto sweeper here and probably a loader somewhere, maybe even in the water. And then that rail has to feed out the food. We're not going to have that yet, though. So for now, these are going to be the 3 we need. And then I need to get that probably to this power line. This is temporary, but I guess this is a power line that leaves the system. So it's not too bad. We'll build that in right now. Releasing hydrogen in. We're going to release all 50 kilograms. Oh, I'm pumping it out. Oh, crap. Good eye, Ghost Rider. I was not paying attention to that. I'm releasing hydrogen inside, and I pump out the H2. The self-sabotage, man. Self-sabotage. We got the oil here. Turn this off. Whoa, no, 200 kilograms is not enough. Let's get some more oil. Am I out of oil? No, we have 300 kilograms, so we should be fine. Let's mine this out. We got the top seal already, which is not bad. We'll leave this open because cold energy coming in, it's always good for us. I'm also going to want to mine this out just so that we can remove some of the heat source. This is 900 grams of chlorine that's actually safe. 9.7 kilograms of slime lung. Alright, so the research tech has gone through. I guess we'll take telescope next, because we will eventually need it. Building entombment. Aw, rip. Someone mine that out, please. Rambo! Thank you. Let the hydrogen generators roll. The water's at 11, so we're warming up the water by having it drip out up top, and then it drips back into the cold water. So it's a weird strat, but it's slowly warming it up, and it allows us to get free water for this. So it's not bad. This is spaced out, yes. This is spaced out indeed. Alright, so that's all the hydrogen. Start releasing the CO2 now. How's the radiation on this map? So we have some big clusters of nuclear waste right here. We got some big clusters of nuclear waste with a couple tons, 15 tons, 15 tons, 30 tons of nuclear waste, and we get a lot of radiation from that. So I'm thinking about actually spilling all this into one infinite storage and, you know, using that as a radiation source. How did all that nuclear waste get in there? Hey man, your guess is as good as mine. So we're gonna use that. Someone told me to turn on the overlay, and I was like, I haven't gotten to the research yet, but I'll check it out. Only to see this right here. This is a lot of nuclear waste. I could probably charge a Radbull rocket with this pretty easily. How did it get there? Who knows, man? Who knows? Good evening, Dead Beef. I see you over there. How are you? It's not like duplicates will be breeding. Hey, man. Future patch. It's gonna matter. You're gonna have little stinkies running around, peeing on the ground, eating meal lice. Just saying, man. Just saying. What's going on, anti-social? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Alright, speed this up. Let's mine this out. Yes. No. We'll do this, and then we'll trim out the top afterwards. I also want to take that out, too. They did add that to RimWorld, yeah, right? I don't know if they want to do that for Oni, though. Because having too many entities that are duplicates causes more lag. So giving them something that exponentially increases a colony, that's gonna happen if they, change it up to make it optional. That may be better. I think it's gonna be not something they'll add because it's too much lag. Nice, this is good. Alright, so let's get a tile here. Yeah, this is all oxygen. Pretty good. What's your energy source? Hydrogen. So we have hydrogen gas. So we have this hydrogen because randomly in this map, you will have high pressure gas bubbles. This is 60 kilograms of carbon dioxide. This is 30 kilograms of carbon dioxide. So since gas is 1,000 grams per tile, this is 30 tiles of gas. 15 tiles of gas, 2,000, right? So inside my base is around 1,500 grams per tile. If you open that up and you let it spread, you get a lot of gas, right? They have that for a lot of different elements. I found one with oxygen that was pretty good. We use that to breathe. You can see that here we have hydrogen at 5 kilograms per tile. Right here, 17 per tile, 8 kilograms per tile. There's a lot of tiles with just high values of gas. So we found the one with hydrogen, and then we sealed it up, and then we moved it over into an infinite storage. And then we use that as power. So we have a hydrogen generator here, 2 separate hydrogen generators here, as one of them powers the suits and some of the stuff inside. One of them powers the Dreco Ranch. This one powers the metal refinery. And afterwards, we built a spawn. So we have even more hydrogen now. So of course, this is self-powered. We don't use this power anywhere else, but it does mean we have a lot of extra hydrogen. It means I could burn this off. So we want to use this up, and then all the hydrogen is going to be here. I'll probably have to make another spawn, though, eventually. But that's my energy source that we're using right now. Using the cold water we have right here from the coal slush geyser. Since we spawned right next to that, that was immediately what we wanted to do from the get-go. That hydrogen generator at 100 kilograms a tile in the cold bit is so much fuel. Yeah. It's going to be a long time before we run out. Not only that, I could start siphoning from here as well. Build out an extra pipeline that pumps in this way, flip the bridge, and it pumps out. It would work pretty well. But yeah, that's what we're doing for power right now. Alright, speed this up. Oh, we deleted the CO2? So what happens in this game is that if there's a CO2 bubble here, when you try to push up a liquid, sometimes the CO2 wins. And I lost 9 kilograms of oil. What a grand travesty, boys. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. I only have 300 grams here now. I used to have 8 kilograms right here. Feels bad, man. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. Alright, we're gonna have to drop that back off. I do want to mine that. This area is just cold, so I don't think I want to mine it, but I think it's not too bad. There's also this pipe that I wanted to move this water from here to here. But I want to drip out some oil first. Get the liquid lock done. Meemaw. We need the oils, Meemaw. We also got to save the critters. Okay, so this is actually good. Alright, that's fine. Muckroot, we'll take that. Alright, so Lucas. Mr. Lucas, if you're there. This is the Dreco Ranch. So this is arguably, it's not even arguably. In my opinion, this is the best Dreco Ranch of all time, and this is my design. So the benefit of this is, we click on the Dreco, click Show Navigation. It stops at the water. That's actually the benefit of this design. So one of the problems with Drecos and Pips is that they walk around upside down, no problem. So we stopped them from doing that by building this design of Draco Ranch. So they could walk in the middle, go up to get sheared, go up to get brushed, or critter drop off. The auto sweepers pick up the eggs, and they could reach everywhere inside this box. This is also 96 tiles. And so with this design, the Dracos don't walk on the upside down part. And that's actually really good for you, because when your rancher comes here to shear them or to groom them, if they're walking upside down on the ceiling, they can't just jump down. They walk all the way around, right? In order to get to you. So you reduce the amount of waiting time you actually do by making them only able to move on the central island setup. So that's the benefit of the design and why it's so good. But hope that helps. And yeah, the best Draco Ranch design to make it efficient. Let's remove that. We don't need a pump anymore. There's also the rail there, which is going to be fine. That's amazing. Yep. Do you have an easy way to deal with liquid tungsten from points of interest? What do you mean deal with? What do you mean deal with? I guess that's the question, Captain Moeller. What do you mean when you say deal with? Alright, it's around 26 degrees, but we know it's going to be hot. So we are going to immediately build an ice block right here. This is going to be because we want the ice water to cool it down closer to 10 degrees. Not because we want to kill the Dracos, but because for the mealwood, they're going to want to be on the colder side. I'm also going to get another shearing station here, so that we could cut out the Draco stuff pretty easily. And then I need to get rid of that. So there's going to be this. Can I close this? CO2 got crushed, that's fine. So with hydrogen here, hydrogen doesn't get crushed, it gets relocated instead. So that's going to be fine. I have it in a bottle sitting in beneath my rocket. I like to cool it to bring it to my debris cooler. Ah, and it's liquid form, right? It's in liquid form. You have liquid tungsten. 3,600 degrees. All right, the easiest way to deal with that is... You have steam turbines? That's probably going to be the easiest way. You have steam turbines, right? Yes, you do. Okay, so if you have liquid tungsten around 3,000 degrees, you want to design something like this. So make sure everything is in a vacuum. If you don't have a vacuum, doing it in the top of the map with the space exposure might be better, or somewhere near the top. But if you want to use the tungsten, you want to make something like this. So this is a metal tile, and then you want to have a bottle emptier. And then what you do is you make it like this. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. I just want to give you the rough idea. Oh, so this would be a steam turbine. This would be water. And then you drip your liquid tungsten in a bottle emptier on top of the metal tiles. The metal tiles, of course, you want steel. And then this transfers the heat into the water right here. This heats up into steam, and then your steam turbine runs. Right? So that would be the easiest way. All you have to do is make sure this part right here, where you're emptying out your liquid tungsten, you want to make sure that's a vacuum. When it's not a vacuum, your liquid tungsten, it's going to heat up everything, the gas, the oxygen, and all that. Also, you probably want to seal this up at the bottom so that the heat doesn't leak out from the bottom side. But that's going to be your general idea. Now, that's only if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, find a space exposure tile. Like this. Space exposure. And just drip it into the space exposure and it gets deleted. So if you're already at the top of the map in space exposure, you could just click on the bottle of liquid tungsten. Like if it's a bottle like this, and hit empty, and it just releases it in the area. Wouldn't the tungsten melt against liquid tungsten? That's only if you're looking at theoreticals in that sense. This is too cold. Feels bad. So the problem with that is, yes, if you look at the top end temperature of steel, it's going to melt, right? 2426 versus the 3600. But if you have water there, right, absorbing the heat as well because of the steel has heat transfer, you can absorb enough of the heat, convert that into steam, and have the turbine rolling before it gets to that melting point, if that makes sense. So in theory, in a perfect vacuum where the steel metal tiles are not getting cooled down by anything, yes, it would eventually melt, but it doesn't instantly melt. It has to take time to do the heat transfer calculations, and then it creeps up to that melting point. So in that regard, if you don't cool it, yes, it will melt. But in our case, we're having water in a steam turbine, and then the water drips back into the metal tiles so that it cools it down. At that point, you should be able to deal with it because of one of two things. A, mass difference, right? When you drip out with a bottle emptier, it's 2 kilograms about per second. Or is it 4 kilograms per second? I'm not sure. But each drop of liquid, you get around 2 kilograms of liquid, more or less, a little bit, depending on the animation. And it doesn't release all of it at once. So the mass difference between the mass of the tile and then the mass of the steam or water in the steam box is what you're fighting against. So you'll have something along the lines of like, you know, a couple kilograms versus 1,000 kilograms. So if you do the calculation, it should make it so that it's not likely to melt. So that's actually why it's beneficial for you to drip with the bottle emptier. Now, another thing with that is that I already alluded to it. Because we're cooling it down, it doesn't actually build up to the melting point. So those are going to be the two reasons why that should be okay. The issue with that is that it would form a tile when you dig it and you lose 50%. Have you tried that, Marina? Is that true? Or are you saying that because you think that's going to happen? Does tungsten form a diggable tile? It freezes and it forms a diggable tile. What's the mass threshold? Is it actually less than a kilogram? Because even niobium is at 25. And niobium is typically the harder one to deal with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when you have things that freeze in this game, yes, they can either freeze into a tile, but they could also freeze into a diggable debris. That's only if that material, depending on what it is, it forms a tile when the mass of the liquid is above a certain mass value. So for niobium, is if that drop of liquid niobium is at 25 kilograms or more, it becomes a diggable tile like this. If it's less than 25, it becomes a debris tile like that. Nothing always freezes and always becomes a tile. It's dependent on the mass on the liquid before it actually freezes. So at that point, it's dependent. So I ask again, do you happen to know the value for that? Because when you're dripping off with a bottle emptier, it's around 2 kilograms per drop, so you don't get a diggable mass most of the time. Alas asked a great question. Would the critical mass form a tile? Yes, that's all we need to know. The critical mass for the liquid to form a diggable tile when it comes to tungsten. I don't think it becomes a diggable tile though at 2 kilograms. I might be wrong, of course, but it just I don't think that's the case. What to use is drywall to keep the water from evaporating. Ceramic melted 2700. Oh, try not to use a background tile then. If not, obsidian is probably your only choice. The water won't get that hot. Obsidian, because obsidian is what? 36? Oh no, it's 27. Diamond. I'm sorry. Diamond's the only other thing I could think of then. Diamond at 3,900. No, he's talking about the drywall. The drywall doesn't have contact with the metal tiles. Marina, can you answer our first question that we asked? Or do you not know the critical mass value? If you don't, it's fine. I'm just trying to see whether or not the first statement need actually, you know, do we need to change that first step? You try the bottle emptier method and it formed tiles. It's 69.420 gram. That's gotta be a meme. The CO2 over there, it's becoming a problem. We're gonna have to fix that. The bottle emptier method formed tiles. If that formed tiles, there's actually no saving the tungsten then, because that's probably the best method. Because it's that method of how you bottle empty your drip into a metal tile that's getting chilled. It's probably the best method to solidify any kind of liquid into a solid diggable, non-diggable tile. So if that doesn't work, I don't think there's anything that's gonna help. And you're just gonna have to lose that mass if that's the case. But I'm not sure. If we believe chat, take that 100% factual. There's nothing you could do to save it. If that's the case, you know, like, oh yeah, man, chat said that and they were right. Oh man, there's no saving it then. Feels bad. Partial pumping is such a it's such a struggle, man. Partial pumping is such a struggle. You have to use a mini pump. And then you have to use the mini pump exploit to get the non-contact pump. Yeah, it'd be slow because you're moving grams at that point. You could use a rocket liquid unloader and then use a pipe value to reduce the value down 10% of the max. But you would still get diggable tiles, though, wouldn't you? No, that would be one kilogram. I guess that would be less. You would have to... Yeah, it'd be weird, man. I don't even know. You could use the rocket liquid unloader, but then you would have to get the liquid inside the rocket first. It's like... Every method has so many steps. Theoretically, if we get to that point, it's not bad. Yeah, you can't have it back up either. If it backs up, it breaks. Alright, let's get back into the game. Alright, so we're going to be doing the suits. We need to get a pipeline in for that, so let's go. So let's get insulated. I think that's going to be the best. We're going to do the split method. I like doing the split method versus having a straight line. Straight line, I think it's a little bit lazy. But I think it's fine. So we have this going into the suits, and then I think we have this coming out as well from here. Since this is pressurized, I think we're going to have this split into here. And I do also want this pipeline right here to go up to the top and get into the suits. So we'll have a split line right here. This is going to be temporary, so we're just going to use a regular pipeline. Have this go into the insulated. And then this one is going to go in... Oh, this is natural gas, though. Oh, it's from the point of interest in a POI, so it comes out of the storage, is what you're saying. Oh, I got you. Later, I will attempt to get a definite value on the solidification mass and possibly even compile a whole list of them. Hey, I see A squared. I see you over there. That's always information that's like... we would love to have. Well, the people that are experienced with Oni would love to have. Not that, you know. Not that, the other people won't make use of it. It's just that you have to be at a certain point of the game before you can actually utilize that information. I see you over there, though. It'd be great to have. A squared, appreciate that. I assume is a function of the defaulted mass for the element. There's probably a lot of things with it, though. I mean, I don't know, right? I don't know. It's weird. There's probably some other values that have effect on it. All right, so the ice block is not melting. It's taking forever. So I am going to temp shift plate this with copper. And then afterwards we'll deconstruct the temp shift plate. Anyone happen to know what water to ice mass is? Is it 148? Because that would assume with 0 checking. Water to ice mass. I am not sure at all. I thought it was 1-to-1, to be honest. But I've never looked at that, so I just don't know. Alright, so we're gonna split this line so that this pumps up to the front and then this pumps up to the back, and then we'll pump up suits. Like that. And then we need to get more suits. We have 2 right there. We gotta make some more. We don't have the reed fiber. Let me get the juice in so that we get the reed fiber immediately. For the Draco babies. And then I need a chute over here. This is going to be tied to a critter sensor on the inside. I forgot about this. There we go. Copper temp shift plate. Fancy. Don't worry, we're going to deconstruct it. A 110 range would be more reasonable. It might be 10% of the default mass of the liquid, in which the mass that shows when it's selected in sandbox mode. Oh, the default. Oh, not maximum, but 10% of the default. Interesting. Math face. Yo, man, math is cool. Math is cool, man. I'm just saying, math's pretty cool. All the water is getting used up from the spawn. That's actually pretty good. Lol. Yo, man, math's pretty cool, man. Just saying. You gotta know your math. You gotta know your math. Alright, dupes. We need the labor. Hopefully it's gonna be sooner than later. We're also moving the napta. I want to trim this side now. Yeah, that should be fine. Gotta spill this out. Oh, I see A squared. Hope that's a fun time. Because since I've never done that before, hopefully it's not a bad time. We'll see you later, A squared. Hope you have a good one. Is looking through code a fun time? I'm actually not sure. Alright, we're trying to spill out the pea water into the tank. Don't do math is bad for you? I see a 0 dragon. You guys are not fans of math? Feels bad. It is when you know what you're looking for. That's true. Looking at something you don't know what you're looking at, it's kind of tough. I used to like writing it. Not now, though. It's not fun. Red 9 feels bad. It is what it is. At least now we know. I'm a math teacher. Shout out to the math teachers in the world, man. I wouldn't say I don't like math. I just don't like dealing with it. Don't like dealing with math. What a way to say it. Why do you need this water? I want to get all the water so that we could have it kind of like balance out. Because we have cold water that came from the geyser initially. And once it gets warm, like over here, we're going to pump it up and feed it to the electrolyzer. So we're using it to bring down temperature of areas that are a little bit too hot, because right here was open and this side is really hot. and then we have to seal it up so it stops heating up my area. So I'm just using the water as a temporary coolant. So by using the warm water at 44 degrees and spilling it out to here, I get a little bit of a warmer water, but it's still pretty cool. So that when I spill this to here, that's at 90 degrees, it chills it down. So I'm just trying to spill out the water so that it cools down the area faster. That way, when I do dig it, like if I dig up the dirt and I feed it to my mealwood, the mealwood dies. I don't want that to happen. So I want to kind of pre-chill it if I can. And since water of any form, polluted water, regular water, saltwater, brine, is really effective when it comes to liquids, it's just a no-brainer for me. It's just a no-brainer for me in that regard. So I hope that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could mine all this out. And then we just make the jumps right there. And we can climb up and down. See, arts and math are opposite brain halves, right? Something like that. Art has to deal with imagination and creativity, while math is literally, it's just read the numbers. It tells you everything. So it's like different parts of the brain, right? Left brain, right brain? Isn't that how that works? I might be wrong. Alright, so we need to enable building vacancy only. And then we got to connect the pipes. So that's going to be here. That's going to be here. We'll do top 3. And then we'll do everything else on the back. Will be on the other line. Should be not bad. It doesn't work like that. It feels bad. I don't know, man. Something about logic and rational, you know, analysis is one side, and one of them creativity, imagination, and stuff like that is the other. Hey, man, sometimes you only have 2 brain cells. As long as they're working, it's all that matters. Mamba has 5 brain cells. So one of them says you go to sleep. One of them says you eat food. One of them says you poop. One of them says you give hugs to 2 legit, and that's it. Is that even 5? Math is problem solving comprehension, which really uses creativity as well. Yeah, but the foundation of math isn't. The problem solving comprehension, yes, critical thinking, but the foundation on all of that is having a stable logical like train of thought, right? Although yes, you gotta be a little bit creative. That's not the fundamental thing that kind of supports the entire thing that is math. It's black and white versus, you know, the other language. You kind of spin it the way you need to. I don't know, right? I don't know. All right, so we count. Oh, we'll count both. We are gonna do 20. Green signal if it's below. Let's go with 16. That should be fair. Foundation is logical. How we see and use new things to it, it's very creative. That's true. But it doesn't mean that math is a creative subject. But it's, I mean, yeah, but you could also say that with the other logic from the other way around, that it's all up into interpretation, and that even though writing code gives you a lot of freedom, it's a creative thing and not a logical thing, right? So at that point, it's just semantics. I hate to say that, because that's all it is at that point. It's just trying to interpret it in some way, shape, or form. So so that just makes it so that the conversation is just completely meaningless. Feels bad. Because we achieved nothing. We literally just achieved nothing. Feels bad. Alright, so let's get into it. So we have this here. We have the oil. 300 kilograms. That's a lot, but I guess it's fine. Is that all of our oil? No, that's a good chunk, though. It's 10%. We need power. I want to pull it from here, though. I hear the word code and my ears perked up. I see you, Lyndon. How's the modding going on, Lyndon? How are you doing so far? How was the stuff you were working on? You were working on some Minecraft mods, right? How is that coming along? I want to pull it from here, but I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And I know 200 watts is actually not that much. So I think we'll just pull a lead line. And I think we do this. It's kind of jank, but hopefully it works. Because I know this pump's not going to be running long term. It's true, though. 1 + 1 is 2 in math, but code can be math-based, but you can do whatever you want. That's true. But that's like saying that although English and language and linguistics is all about interpretation and creativity of what's being written or said, you could argue that sentences have a structure. And that you need to follow the structure. And without the structure, you're not saying anything properly. Which means English, in that regard, is a purely logical ones and twos. There's a clear formula for it, man. Just saying. Mighty Stoosh, what's good? I see you over there. Ha, doo-doo. He said doo-doo. Oh, feels bad. I said doo-doo, boys. I see you over there, Mordex. Hope you're doing well. Alright. Saltwater's doing good. We're not running out. This only looks like it's going up. Only problem with English code is that it's full of bugs. It'd be like that sometimes. It's a bit cold, but good. Yeah, it's a bit cold over here too, man. It rains last night, all night. Mamba's still sleepy from all the noises that can't wake him up. But we're doing good, man. Trying to stay warm. Dude, dude, so we gotta wait another cycle for this to chill. Come on, man. This went from 26 to 13. It's going down. I gotta wait for it. It's barely chilling out the area, though. I just need this to melt. Alright, the Drecos can hug it, and we'll just wait. And we'll be getting that ready soon. Getting this next, and then we'll go out to the right side. What's more important to a conversation, though? Language or understanding? I had to, lol. Don't you need both? It's like you can't make a trade with just the buyer or the seller. You gotta have both, right? Doing good. Something went awry in my project environment, so I have to start anew if removing a dependency I was planning on doesn't fix things. Okay, I see you over there. Feels bad, though. Problems occur. Good to hear that you already have something that... I mean, it's good to know that you kind of have a solution in the sense that you know what it is that went wrong and then potentially how to fix it. One of the problems, man, especially as an adult, is knowing if you're doing something right or wrong. I feel like that's one of the toughest things, man. Not like, oh, am I being a good person? Or just, it could be something like, man, dude, I didn't know people did that way. Like, that happens sometimes. Oh, man. People don't put toilet paper on the toilet seats before they sit down, take a dump. I thought everyone does that. That's why they have it over in the public restrooms, right? You realize people don't do that at home and you're the only one that does that? And you're like, man, I've been messing up. I've been wasting toilet paper all this time. People ask me why I do it. Keeps my butts warm. A little bit of that 2-ply. Keeps it warm, man, just saying. I don't know, man. It'd be like that sometimes. For sure, I totally agree. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You just never know when you're doing something wrong or right. So a lot of the times when you do know the solution, or you know what's wrong, at least you know you have a starting point. Home is where you don't have to put the toilet paper down. You don't have a seat warmer. Hey, man. I don't know, man. All I'm gotta say is no seat warmers. No seat warmers. I actually don't have one of those. I'm gonna grab the plastic stuff. I don't know what to tell you, man. We just don't got sea warmers. This reminds me, I once read that the toilet seat is one of the cleanest bacteria-free surfaces of a household because we never touch it. Not sure if it's true. What the hell? I don't know, man. But it's like, I don't know. That sounds like, that sounds false, dude. I don't know. That sounds false. Seat warmer. I see both of them. Mordex, man, you got some incredible organs if you could control that, man. That's all I gotta say. Red 9, I don't know, man. Jellyfish, right? It'd be like that sometimes. That's another thing. I've seen people that have their toothbrush in a cup on top of their sink. And I'm like, do you not know why the medicine cabinet's there? You know what I'm saying? And I've always thought those people were really gross. Like, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put my toothbrush and my cup inside the medicine cabinet because I could close that cabinet door so that I don't get none of the particles, you know, in the air. I don't know, man. I've gone, like, when I was in college, man, I got to my friend's house. I had to use the restroom, you know, right? And then it's like, oh, they just have a cup out and their toothbrush in the cup. And you're just like, yo, man, that's gross. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. I don't know, man. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright, so let's continue doing this. Spill out the liquid phosphorus. This is going to melt. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. We're making it so that if they get stuck, they can still climb down. Yeah, look at that. He's climbing on top of the tile to dig it and almost got stuck. Classic dupes. You know that little door doesn't create a vacuum though, right? Wait, what? You know that little door doesn't create a vacuum though? Wait, what? What are you talking about, Fried PB&J? That's how you build your immune system, Jay Benzers, man. What doesn't kill you gets you stronger, or gives you cancer and you die in 10 years. That's the sad truth, man. On the medicine cap. Oh, you're talking about the medicine. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm just saying the door does enough. It does enough. 3ADL, what's good? I see you over there. Curbs, how are you? There's no water lock on the medicine cabinet. I got buddy buds inside, dude. I got a little pouch of lavender inside the medicine cabinet. You gotta buffer the germs with your own floral scent. That's a strap, baby. You put the bunch of potpourri inside. You do it just like the game. Bully the game with the floral scent, dude. I don't have allergies. At least not the pollen like that. Let's go, boys. Anytime I go take a shower, I have to dive through a liquid lock. It's working like a charm now that I figured out to put a single wire in the steam turbine. Nice. I love it. Whatever makes us feel comfortable. There is a scent, but it probably isn't floral. Hey, man, I can't smell anything, man. I got a pretty nasally, like, naturally nasaliness. It'd be like that sometimes. I don't know what DSL, the internet? I know what DSL is. I used to have DSL, the internet, back in the day. Back in the day. It's pretty recent, actually. Floral herbivore. I see you over there, Red 9. Alright, let's see. So we got more suits now, right? I think we have to use the iron because we have a lot. So let's make 6 of these. And then I need to deliver the suits when we can. So we have 2, and then we're making 6. That's 8. We'll have 4 more, but we'll have to see. Dude, you know what I hate, man? I hate shower curtains. I need a door, dude. I need something solid. One of the things I hate the most is that when I'm standing in the tub, shower, like there's a breeze or something, maybe the ventilation and the air going in and out causes the freaking curtains to push inwards. That is, I hate that, man. I hate that stuff. I hate it when the curtains push in while I'm showering. Yeah, when the wet curtains touches you, you're like, what the hell is that? Something touched my butt. You turn around as the curtains. Ah, come on, man. You gotta stop. Removing the dependency fixed it. Not like this feels bad. DSO is weak, though, 380L. The 4G, 5G is gonna be faster. More or less. But yeah, that's gonna happen in a lot of places. Hopefully you guys have the infrastructure for the upgrades or something else. Use some water on the outside of the curtains to get them to stick to the tub. I do that. It still doesn't work. I don't know why. It still doesn't work. That happens when it's a hot shower. I do take hot showers. Maybe that's why. Yeah, so yeah. I have a bathtub, right? And then we have a shower head right here. So I stand in the bathtub. That's probably a better height. And then, you know, I just shower like this. So the water drains out in the tub. 5G is pretty good. 5G is pretty good. I really want to use a dependency, but I can do without it. This makes it easier. Oh, I just had to sneeze. I woke up Mamba with the sneeze. Hot steam is filling the room and it's pushing the cooler air down into the tub. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Have you ever made the hot tub work? I'm really confused, and it's really cute. I want to try it. Oh, it's the hot tub sucks. The thing about the hot tub is that it's super finicky. I don't use it, but it's very like heat specific. It's hard to really explain. So do I have a setup for the hot tub? I do not. If that's the question. I do not have a setup for the hot tub. Is the animation cute? I think you have to have, like, you're better off with the dupes wearing the Atmos suits while using the hot tub, so it's not as cute as it could be. Use the wind tunnel instead. I mean, you could stack both of the recreational uses, though. So why not both? I see why you wouldn't, though. Alright, 4.6. Another day, another 10 degrees. Eventually, this is going to chill and spill into the waterlock. Wind tunnel, you say? Wind tunnel's pretty cool, man. Not gonna lie. Hot tub stream incoming. Oni hot tub streams. Let's go. Is it time, boys? Yeah, these need to be priority 9 for the suit refills and repairs. Recreational usage. This guy Mordex. Yes, we're talking about recreational usage of the recreational buildings in the game of Oni. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go up to the right. I want to pump up this water. I also want to spill more out. There's also this box with a good amount of hydrogen. Good amount of oxygen, good amount of hydrogen per tile. I could just release it. And it might get caught right here, which actually benefits me. Or I could just try to capture it and relocate it. I guess it's too troublesome, realistically. So I think I want to spill as much of the water as I can. I see you over there, Mordex. I see you over there. Alright, so we can't climb up this way anymore, so we want to do this. We'll do another layer soon. Nice, the suits are there. So now we're charging with oxygen. We're going to be able to leave this way soon. I'm so confused, Mordex. I don't know how to answer that. There's a lot of like weird capitalizations. It makes me think that there's a subliminal message. Maybe we want to pitcher pump the pea water. We could also chill out this pea water so we could use it for the thimble reed right here. A better temperature. Which probably is the main benefit right now. Bathrooms are chillin'. Now we want to go out to the right side. We have enough suits. 3, and we're charging up the rest. Charging these as well. We might want to move more if these fill up. No, I do know what SoCal means. But what do you mean? You do like in SoCal, right? I'm just confused at what the question is. I guess it should be safe. We'll go out this way. I do want to build out the platform right here, though, so it lines up. Six, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 48, 7, 55. Yeah, that's exactly 11 dupes. Okay, good. Good. So, let's get this out. Let's get this built. This is crude oil. It's pretty good. We actually want that. It's not high value, though. It's only normal, 870 maximum tile. I think you're mixing that up with Colorado. Weren't they the first? No, they were the first to legalize it. Like, completely. I'm not actually sure, though. Mordex? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that kind of stuff. We gotta do that. We want to see what's on the right. We could dig down, but I think I want to go to the right. So, we'll mine this out. Get a little bit of exploration done. This is also a vacancy. Okay. Oh, wow. More abyss bugs. I just realized abyss bugs live 75 years compared to the normal 25 everything else has. These abyss bugs live for a while. Leaky oil fissure and it's open? Oh, that's going to be hot. 300 degrees. Okay, I want to go over there then. I want to either stop that from erupting. What's this? A refrigerator? With nutrient bars. Okay, that's kind of random. So you have random fridges of this game of food. Okay. I guess we'll grab that. I mean, it's nutrient bars, and it's the entomb. That kind of sucks, because I get another notification right there. So from this side, going to that's cool, but I think we'll, just run through. We do this, we'll get to see the right side. Gas pressure. This is high value, dude. 11 kilograms, 5 kilograms. There is a lot of gas. There is a lot of gas there. Not a lot in here, though. It's good, though, because we have suits, so we don't have to worry about that. And there is no germs in this, right? Yeah, completely clean, polluted oxygen. That's a lot of gas, yep. Alright, so we're going to seal up the leaky oil fissure. We're at the right side, so this is the extreme right. So we're actually at the edge already. Okay, so this is a normal setup. We have a ladder on this side. Do we want to make it so that we potentially expand this? I think we have to, right? Because we're not going to have space. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So, if this stays true, we have the ladder here, one space gap, and then we have a lip. That means, yeah, this is actually This actually works. Okay. Why are the shine nymphs in their final form? They're not even in the final form. This is the second to last form. The final form is the radiant bug. This guy. And this motherfucker eats diamonds. He eats diamonds, man. This guy is the final form. Feels bad, man. Alright, so this works. If I want to expand the sound, I think I will need to ladder down here. It makes a lot of sense. Let's ladder down to there. And then let's do the platforming. So this is 5. So if I want to go out and get 96, let's get proper ranching room size. So that's 25. 1 tile lip. 1 tile lip. Wait. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then this is tiles again. So if I do 100 tiles, right? That's the room. Door in the front, lip in front of that, and then door in the back, and then lip in front of that. So the 29. That makes sense. So I go out like this. Alright, so then we cancel the dig command so that we get a proper line spacing. Which means I probably want to pull this out to here. Oh, that sucks. The teleporter's right there. That's kind of in the way. I mean, I guess we could expand this out so that it doesn't matter. Alright, so we want to do something like this so that we get space for ranching on the right side, potentially have this included into the base. Why are the Pokeshells almost dead? They're fighting with each other constantly. They're fighting with the hatches. They're fighting with the pips. Which is why I need to move them out. They're taking too much damage. We gotta free them, boys. We gotta free them. Oh, it's melted. Let's go. Nice, and it's really cold now. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, so the water in here doesn't really matter. We can keep it there, though. So it's nice cold water. Let's mop this up. Not that, though. And then the temperature plate gets removed. Let's get some mealwood in here. This is going to be priority 7. And then we have to disable auto harvest once we're ready. This is going to be for Draco eggs. And glossy eggs, which we don't have yet. The baby Pokeshells are passing your water containment. They are, dude. They are. It's because Pokeshells, the baby ones, aren't scared of water. Right? You could drown them. They just swim inside the water, right? And since they're 1 tile tall, the adult Pokeshells are 2 tiles tall, right? They duck under the water tile. The hatches and Speedos could do it too, but they're scared of water. So the baby Pokeshells, man, they're causing problems. Jumping into the natural gas tank, ripping a fat one. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright, so they could leave this way to do that side. The metal refinery is still doing their thing. Water is heating up. Can't complain. We have a lot of metal because of that. I probably don't want to work anymore on the left side. Waiting on fertilization, a little bit of dirt. And then we have a lot of water for the electrolyzer, so I need to actually switch the pipeline. Right, so the water from the bathroom gets to leave now. And then that feeds into the spawn. We have a lot of H2O2, so I just want to get rid of the bathroom water first. And then this could stockpile again from the slush water right there. I might want to actually start pumping from here and build a pipeline back, but I'm not sure yet. I do want to go out and start mining some of the hot debris so that it could cool down because we cut the mass in half. I want to do the site first, though. Maybe we do want to grab the bugs. This produces so little, though, 200 grams per second. Alright, so hydrogen power looks like it's going to be the lucrative power source. I may want to... Yeah, I do want to get rid of this because we don't need this anymore. Mop up the oil. And I think we want to move the material studies terminal outside to here. I think that makes a lot of sense. Because if we move that out to here, we kill the germs because of the rad bolt generation. And then 2, we don't have to worry about dupes getting hit inside because they're idle. I feel like if they idle outside, right? We never know. They might idle here as well. Alright, so that's done. Let's remove this. Let's actually remove the ladders first. And we'll build a material studies terminal here. Probably both these levels. We use wards and then it shoots down into the science. Lime. I have a lot though. Do I even need the lime? I really don't. These guys are not that great though, so we'll just take the lime. It's downtime. I think I might want to scale up the number of dupes I have soon. But for us to do that, I need to reliably get more food, and I think that's going to be ranching. Probably Pakus too. That might be another thing I want to do soon. Alright, with the new deodorizers, the amount of polluted oxygen in here has been reduced, which is good stuff for us. And then we just got to work on this side. This is fine. I guess we want to mine this so that we get to do a lot of the other tiles.